Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. It's the Edo Girl 247. Good morning everyone. As you can see, I'm going somewhere to do some papers, so I just decided to drop this video because my heart breaks for a video that I saw about a lady crying that the Swedish government took her children from her. Okay, so we have been seeing things like this, even not in the video, but in real life situation, every day, all the time, where by government
Mama,
take children.
Mommy,
Yes.
Mama,
Okay. Government take children from their mothers and put them in adoption, or they keep them and be taking care of them for one reason or the other. It is not possible that government cannot take your children from you. Let me put that out. For whatever reasons, maybe they might mistake that maybe you are beating the child, or at times maybe your child will just have a normal or casual injury. They might take it to the next level, okay? Or some parents that are maltreating their children, or the children are not well cared for, or so many reasons. Or you are not financially buoyant, you are not working sufficient to take care of the children. So it is a lot of reasons why government can take your children from you. But for me, it's not a big deal if they take your children from you, because the same government that create the law create the tools that you can use to fight the law. You don't have to worry too much if you really know the law of the country where you are living and where your child is being taken. You can fight back and get your children. That is my own opinion. It is not a big deal. I've seen a lot of things, a lot of situations. That is why I say it is not a big deal. It depends who you are talking to. It depends who is advising you. Are you taking advice from a legal lawyer, or are you going around talking to some charlatan Nigeria people that don't know anything about the law of the country you are living, instead of hear and say or made up lies that will make you to be more desperate to be fighting a lost battle, or to be making the situation go worse. Because to start with, I saw the guy in Italy, Oluwale, that died the other day because they took his daughter from him. For me, if I could have talked to that guy, I would have told him to keep calm, of which I know a lot of people told him to keep calm, but because of some of the ways some of we Africans make big deal about these things, it makes so many people feel desperate, like they have taken my children from me or my child from me. It's going to be like forever. I'm not going to get this child back. It's going to be like it's a big problem that I cannot get my child back. But no, it is not. You can get your child back if you really want to get your child back. But everything is a process, one by one, step by step. You can fight back, even harder. I've seen a lot of people, that they took their child from, but at the end, they gave the child to them back, even with a fine on it. Government fined the social for taking the child away from the mother without no reasonable cause. The child was returned back to the parents. But everything is process by process. You cannot fast forward anything in Europe if it is things that have to do with law. Everything is just step by step, and you will get your child back no matter what. If you feel that your right was violated, you can even solicit for a compensation, and the compensation will be given to you. But the problem most of us Africa have, we will go around talking to people that don't know what is happening, people that don't know the law, and they will make this whole situation look desperate for us. They will make this whole situation look big for us, that we cannot, that there will be so much fear, so much desperation, that they will not give your child back, they don't take your pikin from they will not give you. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Almost a lot of mothers have go through this situation in Europe, one way or the other. They will be threatened or what? Hey, Roya, tu no manda, yo manda, vale. They will be in a situation where you will be threatened that maybe they want to take your child or something. You just have to take it calmly. Myself, as example, I've been in that situation whereby my son made a mistake, and I wanted to make some fufu at home. My son I put some water on top of the table, and the child went there and take the water. Just 1-year-old baby. He took the water and mistakenly poured it on his body. So I have to call the ambulance. I have to call the police. The police came with the ambulance, and they were talking like, what happened? So they wasn't even focusing on the child that just got born. They were focusing at how did it happen. They want to know if maybe it is child abuse, because they know that many parents can be brutal on their children. So I went to the kitchen and I explained to them that look at what happened. They control my document, and they took the child to the hospital. I was hearing that from some African people, they are going to take your child from me. I said, no, they can't take my child from me, because 1, it is a mistake. 2, they say I'm working. I'm taking care of my children. So I'm not depending on social, that maybe they will feel that she's on social, we are paying her so money, and she can't take care of the children. They have a lot of rights to take the child from you. So I have a meeting with the social. They talk about like you take care of the child, make sure the wound is healed, everything, and another factors that applies in all this. If you know how to break their language, if you know how to speak the language of any country that you are living, make sure you know how to speak their language. They engaged me on that fateful day on a meeting with the social. So I went there. I was sitting down because I prepared my answer, everything to them. We were sitting down. They were talking this, that. I said I was replying back in a reasonable way. I was talking to them in a reasonable way, that there is no way anybody can take my child, because it is a domestic accident and it can happen to anybody. At the end, these people, they give me reason, and they understand that it is normal. It can happen any like descuidado. They call it descuidado, a mistake. It can happen. So in a house, that I should be very, very careful next time. And the matter just end like that. And I treat my son, is okay, everything is fine. The language, what I noticed in that problem that I have that period, it was the language issue that really quenched that thing. Because me, I'm very good in Spanish. I study here, I went to school here. So I'm very good in Spanish. At that time I'm speaking Spanish, they will ask me, I don't speak street Spanish. I don't speak cotonese Spanish. I speak correct Spanish. Yeah. Okay. Vale, espera. I speak complete Spanish. So the problem was like, it was like maybe they were just like, where did you learn your Spanish? I said, in school. So it is different when they are dealing with somebody that don't understand the language. They can come and take your kids from you when they want, because they know you don't understand it. You are not integrating. You are not really participating in the society. Even some of your children, they are not really integrated the way they are supposed to integrate. But it doesn't matter that you cannot teach your children how to be a complete African. But the children can learn a lot. So let us forget about that. The way some African people exaggerate this situation of taking children from people is not good. If you don't know the law, you don't know what is going on, please don't give advice to people and don't make their heads go big, like giving advice. Oh, they know we'll give that picking back until they become complete 18 years. Please don't give advice you don't know. At times people will come and ask me for something. I say, please, I don't know. But look, I can open the internet for you, or you can look for a lawyer, or you can go direct to the office and ask about this thing that you're asking me. Now, I don't know, but the little I know, I can tell you without adding my own mangi to it and my own pepper. But most African people, they will just be adding issue to issue that you already have. They will make you feel desperate. That is why I don't ask African people anything I want to do, and I advise people, don't ask them. If you have anything you want to do, go to the office and ask direct. Don't ask them. I know that Oluwale guy, what really killed him was the stress and the pressure from people, the fear from people. That is why I remove fear from my life. What is called fear don't exist in my life since I left religion. I don't have fear. I don't have fear of anybody. I respect people, but I fear nobody. I just respect. Okay? Remove fear from your mind. Nothing you cannot do in this Europe. Nothing. I've seen people that they have taken their child. At the end, lawyer press charges. These children are going to school properly. They eat properly. They dress okay. The house is clean. Everything's okay. Why would they take your child from you? And many of you still use your hands to draw all this problem. Some of you used to go to social every minute to go and tell them every little problem that you are going through. You cannot do side hustling to look for money. If you are looking for pin, you will go to social and tell them. If you are looking for water, you will go to social and tell them. If you have any little necessity, you will go to social and tell them. You people that are doing these things, disease from heat, because they will be writing all these things down, all this you want, that you have a lot of children and you have a lot of necessity. They don't think you can take care of these children properly and give them a good life. They can sit down and make an evaluation about the situation and take your child from you, because you are always going there to ask and complain a lot. So your child can be taken from you through that type of situation, okay? And you asking people a lot of questions. Go to the lawyer, go to the law, go to the internet, search about the law. If they take your child from you, it is not a big deal. It is a normal procedure. It is a normal procedure. Just make tea, keep calm. Nothing they happen. I say so. I have 4 children. Nothing they happen. Just keep calm. As far you know, you didn't break the law, you didn't maltreat the child. It depends on the individual country, the law that exists too. In Spain here, nobody can take your child away from you. Unless you are beating the child, you are maltreating the child, you are doing things that are savage to that child. That is why or when your child can be taken away from you. Depends, okay? But if you are not doing anything to that child, just because of one thing or the other, they just come and take your child. I bet you can take a good lawyer Even if it's a government lawyer, it is not a big deal. It is not all government lawyer that is fake, like most Nigeria used to put it. No, you can take a lawyer. The lawyer will fight the case for you. You get your child back, even with a compensation for causing you pains and emotional damage, for breaking your family. You can press for charges and the government will pay for you. I've seen people that they press for charges and they pay them. Okay? It is not a big deal. People will be pressing you. People will be pressing you. At times, if really you cannot really take care of that child, you can give it to the government for some time. 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, you go and see that child every day or every week. It is not a big deal. Because you see many parents lock their child inside the house, go to the street and look for money or one thing or the other. We Africa, we believe that when we have a child, that child have to be with us. Good, bad, ugly. No, it doesn't really have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. If you know you are not capacitated to take care of your child, you are not, for any reason, you cannot take care of your child, it is not a big deal. It is not a big deal. It is a process in life. At times, life is difficult. At times, life is beautiful. At times, life is up. Life is down. It's upside down. It is different way of life. It is called development. You are developing yourself. You have to see all this process. You have to see all this tribulation. It is not a big deal. Keeping your child with the government for 1 year, for 2 years, for 3 years, if you cannot take them to Africa, you go every day to see them. Many of the children are well fed, they are well clothed, they are really well educated over there, because there they have time to eat, time for everything. Because I have a friend that is a social worker, a Spanish woman. I know how all these things work. It is not a big deal that your child is taken away from you. If you still want to drop your child, the mother locked the child inside the room and the child fell down from, I think, 4th floor down, and the child, luckily, he didn't die. Okay? So things like that are very dangerous. Locking your child inside the room, leaving them alone when they are not of age to be left alone, it can be very, very dangerous. You're okay now. I'm not financially available, emotionally, one way or the other available to take care of this child. Please, I just want you people to keep this child for me, because I don't want to be like, I'll abandon my child. Just help me to keep this child. I don't know wherever country you are, when you see this message, you can do it. It's everywhere. When you cannot take off your child, that is where those people are active. It doesn't have to end in fights, that maybe they took that child from you with force or with fighting. No. It doesn't have to. You know you are not capacitated to take off your child one way or the other emotionally. You are going through emotional problem. You are going through whatsoever problem. You know you can. It is like, it is here. You can go there and take information. You can drop your child there. They will take good care of your children or your child. When you are okay, you go back and take your children. I have so many friends, Spanish friends, that have stayed there. They were fine. They were taken good care of. The bills will be paid by the government. Everything is just for you to come around, see your children. If you want to buy something for them, if you want to take them to park, you just do your own part as a mother. Then life goes on. Instead of you cannot take off the child, you will be giving the child a miserable life, a hard life, a difficult life. It's like that, okay? All of us go through stress. All of us go through a hard time in life, because we are in Europe. We don't have parents, we don't have people, we don't have family that can help us one way or the other. At times, some women are abandoned. They need those help, but they don't go to the right channel to ask for the help. At the end, it becomes a problem. you leaving your child alone, abandoning your child, and all, it becomes a problem. That is why you have to know a lot of information about where you are living. It doesn't work like you are just living in a country, you don't really know the information, you don't know things about the country you are living. It's just like it's somehow, hey, good morning, bye-bye. It's just like you don't know what you are really doing if you don't have information of where you are living. And those topical, Spanish call it topical, those talk mites that many African people believe that they take your child from you. It's going to be 18 years before you can find that child. That is a lie. That is a lie. It depends on the country, it depends on the situation, it depends on you too, okay? Even to the extent, these people can do you psychological evaluation, mental evaluation to see how capacitated you are as a mother or a father, okay? And another thing I'm going to say, the lady that I saw on Facebook crying that they took her child away from her, I really feel bad for her. So since 2018 they took your child away from you. Why now you are crying on Facebook for them to bring back your child? Why did you make that cry now? Why? Is it because of the awareness that was created on Facebook that if somebody take your child, good morning, somebody take your child from you or Italy, that you have to like report to them? Good morning. Later, we'll still come back to the other stuff. Okay. Bye bye. Greeting my customers. Okay. Somebody, is it because of the awareness that was created on Facebook that if somebody take your child, that you can be able to you can call them? I think that message applied to the people in Italy. And another message I want to put across, that this woman is crying now. Since 2018 they took your child from you. Where is the father of these children? Where is the father of these children? Because if I say that some category of African men are useless, and many of them are irresponsible, you will come to my comment section to come and say rubbish. You know what? I don't care about your rubbish, because I have my proof to prove it that many of you are useless. Okay? So that is why I don't really worry when you come to my comment section to come and be dancing ajasco with your mouth. It is none of my business, because I'm spitting the truth. I don't care how you feel. How I want you to feel is, if you are in that category of that useless man, if you are in that category of that irresponsible man that can procreate children to this world and you don't fucking care about them, I will urge you to change. Instead of you coming to my comment section to put rubbish, because I will not give a damn about your comment. I will not give a damn about you. I can even fight back with replying you. I might not even reply you, because I know you are useless. And what you do with a useless product, you throw them away. I noticed in this Europe that most children is just a sole responsibility of the woman. That is why I used to tell women, be careful who you procreate with. Be careful who you procreate your children with. Your children are precious. Be careful you procreate them with. Not everybody that just slept with you want to have a child with. Don't be a sperm grabber. No. I know many of you grab sperm too, want to have children for all these bastards. That generational curses are following up and down. You want to take from their generational curse. Be careful. Many of us may not make mistakes, but we're in 2019 now. There are a lot of video, a lot of things that can make you to think twice before you have kids with all this useless men. A man that your children is being taken, 3 children, 3 good, beautiful African children taken away from you. Weak man, you cannot even wake up and look for mechanism to take your child back. Instead, you allow this lady to come to Facebook because she's down, she's desperate, she's sick because her children is being forcefully taken away from her. You left her in all these things as if she pregnated herself alone. You left her for her only to be crying to take care of this child. Since 2008, your child is being taken away from you. You didn't do nothing. Believe it's only this woman that is in this battle. The men will feel unconcerned. And I want to tell some of all these women that is grabbing sperm up and down. Just have it in mind that the responsibility is going to be on you alone. Even if you are not a sperm grabber, many African men are damaged. They don't want to take care of their responsibility. They are being damaged by their parents, and they want to damage other people's life. They don't care. They just want to have multiple children everywhere. They don't care about them. They don't care. So you watch out, you ladies. You hold the upper hand, which is your womb. Be careful who you open it to come and drop nonsense inside there. Because at the end, you are going to come out and be crying like this woman. You are going to be frustrated because that is what they want, to see you frustrated. Most of this category of men that cannot fight for themselves, they cannot fight for their generation, they cannot fight for their children. They're just there to damage people's life. And I'm going to continue to talk about them because I fear them. No, I don't fear nobody. I speak the truth. If you don't like it, go to hell and burn to ashes. Okay? This woman have to come out now and cry out for her children. Since 2008, where is the father? He didn't even think to locate the children. He didn't even care about the children. 3 good children. And this same useless person will be sitting with another woman in the house. You see how some African women are so shameless? Many of them are a bunch of craps. Your husband or whatever, your impregnator, have 3 children outside with government that you cannot even confirm the certainty of where those children are or anything. You will still sit down with that type of man in marriage. 3 children. It's not 3 jokes. It's 3 humans. Those children, wherever they are going to feel somehow. At least a visitation. You can, if it is a situation where you cannot be with the children, just ask for a visitation right. At the end, you can explain these things to your children that, look, you were taken away from me. I couldn't do anything. I just have to visit you. You bring some gift for them, some kiss. It will stay in the memory of those children. But many of you will feel a concern. You feel that is the moment you have to start going to nowhere, going to Belgium, going to wherever to go and find money. As if the children ask you to have them. Yes. Okay. The children never ask for it. You sit down and have children with a man. 3 good children. Nobody asked for those children since 2018. Where is the father? I ask again because enough. It's enough. And those useless women that come to comment section to defend all these idiots. If I catch you, I'm going to reply you. Where is the father? Because ages now is like children is a thing of only the African women. it is only them that own the children. When the marriage or relationship ends, most African men, now all my mother they talk about, most African men, they don't like to take care of their children. No. They don't like to take care of their children. Wait. They just leave the responsibility on the women to take care of them. Espera, nos vamos a comprar la otro simple. Vale. Compramos la otro té. They will leave the responsibility on the women alone. Like, it's the women that just have the kid. They just, as Benita around, they just use their stomach to hit the wood and they got pregnant. Somebody wife will die in Europe. The children will go to the government. For what? Have you seen Oyibo? Have you seen Senegal man? Have you seen Mali people? Have you seen other people dashing their children to government? All these Senegal and all that you see around in the streets, all of them have children. But many of them will take their children to their country. One of them used to say, Nigerian women, they are crazy, they are not okay. So why? Say, you pack the children around. No man, for what? You pack them to your country and go to better school. Then you do something for them. They have children. It's only Nigerian women that will be carrying carro, pusher with 2 children on top, who will still be pregnant and be pushing everything together. No man. For what? You people looking at yourself. The low self-esteem is just, it has got to that stage where you people don't even value yourself. You don't value your life. I'm so tired of so many African men, how they deal with their children, how they throw away their children when the marriage or the nonsense, call it nonsense, finish. They just don't care about their children. Some of them will come to some comment section. The women don't have respect. Okay, the children too, they don't have respect. The women cheat. Oh, the children too cheat. If you are using those stupid excuses, because many of you are used to excuse. You go to court and they can give you custody of the children, left and right. I know people that have custody of their children just for them alone. It is not a big deal. If your wife is not responsible, is not taking proper care of the children, she's not ready to take care of the children, you can go and take the custody. Then I know you are a responsible man. Don't come here, leave your responsibility for a woman, then you come to comment section and leave your frustration there. Think I care? I don't care, because I've analyzed for so many years you people's life. I've looked at so many of you, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1,000